Oh, hey. I just seen you there. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Point of It All podcast. No, sit down, relax. You know, kick your feet up. No.
Are we on right now?
Yeah,
we on. Yeah, that's crazy.
I think you're trying something new.
What you trying to say that?
Not today.
No,
Relax your mind, let your conscience be free. You know.
That would have been better.
Yeah,
it would have been better. The Point of It All podcast episode number 11.
11. Yes,
We're
sir.
Still ain't been canceled.
Not just yet. We getting there pretty soon. I'm your host, Billy Ellis, a.k.a. Black Teddy Ruxpin, a.k.a.
Number 2.
All right, fine. Number 2.
I thought you owned it. What do you let you help me about?
Because I had no choice, because he had brought it up as soon as I was doing my AKAs.
But it should be, you be giving all these AKAs, like AKA Black Indian in the cupboard, like all that. Just, you're number 2, that's one of them.
Black Indian in the cupboard.
That's your list.
Now I gotta use that next time.
I'm here all week.
Wow. Yeah, so I guess I'm that too. I'm here with everybody. First things first, we gotta address a few things. One being I wanted Darius to be here. So he can say these things, but it's been explained to me. Well, I had a conversation with him earlier, and he was telling me that until his wedding is over with, he wanted to focus on that more. And so, which is understandable.
You gotta get it done.
Right, exactly. So I understood. He said he just wanted to be like a recurring thing up until the time, the marriage is commenced, and he's he's from Vegas and all that. So he will be here every once in a while, which is cool. I was kind of happy for that. I didn't know how that was going to work out, because it was like every 2 weeks he'd be here, or every week, he'll be here for like 2 weeks and then don't be here. So I guess that was kind of better for him. So I wanted to address that. One other thing, thanks for downloading. I really got to explain. There's no explanation as to what we found out like a couple days ago. Somehow, like we get downloads from Illinois, of course, because we're from Illinois, of course, but we get some from different states here and there, from Georgia and Washington and California. But to our surprise, we were getting a lot from Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
What do you say? This is
Brazil. The Fast and Furious. We got a lot like coming from the last episode. Actually, I don't know what. It started off from like 1, and then it went from like 20, and then the other day it was like 80. Now it's like at 154.
No, we over 200.
Are we over 200 right now?
We over 200.
And that's just from Brazil.
Yeah, that's just from Brazil.
So I want to thank everybody
big shout out
from
to y'all.
Rio de Janeiro, because I saw a lot of that.
I know they're 2 different places, but somehow I feel like I need to say shout out to my Mexican, because some way I just like that vibe that we got going on.
Yeah, I think that's what that is too. I don't know for sure. Maybe we played Dapacito, and that's what happened.
All right.
Last
And who pick was that?
Shout
out to my Mexican. That's what I'm saying. It all links. It all links.
I was like, maybe that worked. That was it. I don't know, but thank you. We appreciate it, and continue to support. It was a big surprise for us. Every day we were just in awe because of all that. I didn't get to introduce everybody. I'm sorry. I started rambling on. To my left, Mac 2. What's going on, man?
Yeah, Mac 2 in the building again, of course. I ain't
Yes,
going
sir.
nowhere.
I hope not.
I will be here.
Is that a shot?
No. I'm just saying.
It sounds like a shot.
Be here.
Bang, bang.
I'm always be here.
He just letting you know. He ain't leaving until he get them nudes. That's all he's
Right.
saying.
Loyal faithful member to the point of it all. I'll always be here. Point blank period. Yeah, point blank period. I apologize for last week though. I know my level was just a little bit low.
No, yeah, they were a little bit low.
Last
Yes.
episode.
That was my fault.
Had a little bit of some technical
Difficulties,
but should be good now.
Oh yeah, we all good.
I should be able to hear me nice and clear.
Yes, sir. To my right, we got RV Ribs, as you already heard. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man, we're with 2 R's. I'm here. Just came off the young birthday. We all good. See you guys.
Yeah. We'll touch
Interesting night.
Yeah.
to say the least, we'll touch on
You
it.
know what? I was just talking about just my birthday. I wasn't even talking about last night, but yeah, we could definitely get into it.
We had an interesting night last night. To my further right, we got Mercedes. Hey, Mercedes.
AKA Riz Mexican.
Riz Mexican.
Hey.
Happy days.
Oh, man. That's going to be your thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay. To my left, we got Freddie with 1D. What's going on, man?
What's going on? Freddie with 1D.
Yay.
1D, baby.
Smooth. Too
How's
smooth.
live?
It's 1D.
Way too smooth. We got some new guests here today. Hopefully some recurring ones. We got one of my best friends. I was going to say it too. I swear to God, I was going to say it. Shaq.
Hey, what's up? It's Shack Attack.
She's the corniest person on this podcast.
Oh man, let me live. Let me be great.
Shakyra, what's going on, man?
Hey,
How you
how's
doing?
it going? I'm fantabulous. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing good.
That is awesome.
That's good. Do you want to introduce the person to your left?
No, you can do it.
Can I?
Yeah. You got
Okay.
this.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And we have some other person here. We have Jazz. Can we just call you Jazz or Jazzy? What we call it?
Jazzo, whatever you feel
Jazzo.
comfortable with.
I'm loving Jazzo. That's what I want to say
Alright,
the
we'll
first.
go with that one.
A new guest to the show.
Yes,
Welcome.
Oh, everybody.
Appreciate it. But yeah, we got a fully loaded episode today. One of them I'm really excited about. I was talking about this round table discussion that I had brought up like a couple weeks ago, and it sparked up an idea for the podcast, and we get to actually make it happen today. So we got an exciting episode. But first, before we get into that, I got a reply back from last week. I want to read this off. This is from Rob. Everybody remembers Rob, right?
First one.
Rob is the guy. Rob is the guy who had his girlfriend. They were having sex.
Yeah. Okay.
And well, no,
We have to refresh everybody.
yeah, we had to refresh everybody. To those who don't know, Rob was the guy who had emailed us saying he had sex with his girlfriend, and like during it, she had a period, and she freaked out about it a little bit because that was the first time that during their relationship that had happened, and so she freaked out about it, and she wasn't really feeling good about it, and he decides to hit us up and ask us if we had any embarrassing stories to tell. So, and I did. I had 2 last week, and he's just replying back to that. He was saying, "Hey, I want to thank y'all, or should I say, thank Billy for vividly telling your wild stories, especially the sock story. My girl and I were cracking up in the car listening to the sneezing story." She realized she was overreacting a bit, but she's okay now. Thanks to y'all. Thanks again for everything, Rob. Oh man,
That's what's up. We helped out.
yeah.
Shout out to Rob.
Yeah, shout out to Rob. Shout out
your
to
lady.
and your lady.
Nicknames itch.
All right. Well, thanks, Rob, for emailing us. We really appreciate it. That's awful. I just want to let you know. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Sure, it's coming off.
That's crazy. Oh, okay. Well, since we got that done, should we hit an email?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure, why not?
Give me a guy's name. Anybody. Somebody.
Brad.
Pookie.
Pookie says.
Cookie from Richmond.
From Richmond, yeah. Shout out to the game. I was cheating on my girl for about a year, but eventually she found out about us. I left my wife initially, but ended up going back because I missed my daughter, who was only 6 years old. Sixth, then I've left home a few times for the other woman who I'm in love with, but I always return because of my daughter. This is serious. Whenever I try to talk about it, she gets very upset and angry and begs me to stay. Meanwhile, I keep promising the woman I love that we'll be together, but when I get back home, I can't bring myself to leave my daughter. I don't want to miss out on seeing her grow up, and I've always been a hands-on dad. My wife has even threatened that she'll stop me from seeing my daughter if I walk out. How can I explain to her that it's over, but that I like us to try to be friends and to continue to be good parents? I know she's hurting, but it's not fair on any of us to carry on like this. Surely it can't be good for our daughter to live under the same roof as parents whose marriage is a sham.
I mean, yeah, that's crazy. But stop using kids as a pawn in that situation. And granted, he started that whole situation first because your daughter wasn't a thought when he was out there cheating in that situation. But knowing that this relationship, like you said, is not as great as it should be anyway.
Yeah.
You feel like it would, for your daughter's sake, it would be a better situation for y'all to be separate. Yeah, I'm gonna need both of y'all to realize that and be like, look, our daughter has nothing to do with our relationship and how she has a relationship with us as her parents. So keep her out of it. Stop using her as a pawn, well, if you don't stay with me or whatever the case may be, if you don't stop talking to that other girl, yada, 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 you can't see your child. The child had nothing to do with that. Leave the child out of that.
But you can't tell the woman that.
I was about to say, you can't really tell
advice
her
like
that.
Like what you're saying, that would be nice, but for him right now, the situation he's in, his best bet is just to get ready for what's going to come. Like, leave your wife and use the court system when she starts trying to, take your daughter from you. You have to use the court system and just go be with your other lady. That's basically it.
No, absolutely. We definitely wasn't finna end it off that way. I'm just saying that's the first thing I want to address is just the child has nothing to do with the situation. That child should not be used as a pawn to get back at the other parent. So, and then the rest of it we still gonna discuss.
I think we're missing a point. I think I mean that is a great point, but we're missing another point. He keeps going over there.
Of it all?
Yeah, we're missing the point of it all. Damn, why didn't we think of that? No, we didn't address the fact that when he goes back to his the wife's house, he might as well call it his wife's house. He's using his daughter to do that, but
he's only going back to the wife because of his child. His daughter. Right. He don't want to miss. He don't want to miss out of being a part of her life because of the threats of keeping his child away from him.
Well, she's using him too, in a way.
They're both using the daughter.
Right.
She's using the daughter to keep him, and
he's using that as an excuse to stick it out with the wife when he really doesn't want to stick it out with the wife. But I mean,
he don't want. No, he's saying the marriage is he don't want the marriage. He wants to be with the other.
But he's still going back. He's still going back. He's still bouncing back and forth.
Right, but he's only going back because again he's worried about his daughter. So he's not. So I wouldn't say he's necessarily using his daughter. But I mean, but you got to think about he. It's kind of like you got to do that in order to have a relationship with your child. You got to make a choice, and that's not a choice that he wants to make of not being in his child's life.
Unless she's not giving him that option, like you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
she's using him.
Right, she's using the child as a pawn. But
she's saying, if you leave, you will not see your daughter.
So like Freddie with 1D said, he's gonna have to just prepare himself for. You're gonna have to go through the court system because most likely that's where it's gonna go anyway. So you might as well just go ahead and get that ready.
That's facts.
Yeah. The other way around.
Pookie, you got me
ready
confused
right now.
I'm confused, Pookie.
Pookie is confused right now.
Pookie, you got yourself in a real situation.
It's tons of marriages that's like that are just like that. They stay together because of the kids. And there's situations like that because kids get involved. They feel like they need to get married. And it's like, nah, y'all don't need to do neither one of those things. If you knew that's not the person you really love or in love with, kid or not, don't put yourself in a relationship that's going to end up ending eventually. Yeah, you're just prolonging something.
That's what Bella said. Shout out to Bella from the last episode. She even mentioned that don't stick in a marriage just for the kids.
Because of the kids, yeah.
Oh yeah. Because our parents were the same way.
Yeah.
And I know she had to live through that. But going back to you, get a divorce, man. Like, what are you doing?
One thing at a time.
I mean,
but that should have been the first step in the first place. If you're unhappy, why are you staying?
Divorce.
Just leave then. If you feel the need to go outside with someone else, that's already right there. Like, just leave. That's your key point right there.
Like, I don't get that. Like, none of this in the email saying that I want to get a divorce or we need to separate or anything of the sort. We didn't get any of that. And I didn't understand
that. Right.
That.
It's almost kind of like he's saying he feels like they should just be friends.
Yeah.
But does that mean you want there to be no sexual encounters either? Because that's not really addressed. It's just kind of like the marriage is not working.
Let's be real.
And I have somebody else over here that I really enjoy being with.
But if you want to like be friends, like you should have been a friend in the first place and sat down as a man and talked to her about the way you were feeling.
That's not always easy. It sounds easy.
It's not
to do.
easy, but it's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing
and
to do.
And it could have completely went different, or it could not have. It could have been the same way, but still, at least you tried.
If that's your wife. I mean,
exactly.
If it was just the girlfriend,
that's
okay.
If that's your wife, but
you made a commitment to this person,
right?
Like,
but let's say he would have
went.
Let's say he would have been like, you know what, baby, this marriage ain't working, yada yada. It still would have been BS regardless. It still would have been a journey of constant back and forth, call, the child being used as a pawn of.
And at that point, they should have tried to figure out whether or not that was something they wanted to continue to do on their own.
Exactly.
Minus the outside level.
Yeah, but divorce takes so long that even if he would address that before any infidelity came involved and said, "Look, this ain't finna work," he still probably would have ended up doing his own thing anyway. Even though he already told basically telling his wife that it's not gonna work. So we still would have been condemning him for cheating anyway, even though he's already addressed that he wasn't trying to be with her anymore. Mm-hmm. So it's ain't no winning in that situation. Unless you're gonna just we shouldn't be together and you just stay celibate until the whole divorce is final.
You fucked up, Pookie. Now you just gotta.
I mean, they fucking. They still fucking. Let's be real. So I don't know about that other woman.
Well, yeah, they still fucking because he's still able to go back.
That don't mean they're having sex though. I've seen couples sleep in 2 different rooms. Though.
No, that's true. That's true in some sense, but I don't see that.
I highly doubt that.
They just need to work on themselves because they have a lot of issues. They need to just
all 3 of y'all.
Literally, all 3 of them. They just get
that together. It's over.
I'm not saying that. I mean, like as individuals, they need to work on themselves.
Yeah.
Because the fact that she's using this child to keep him there, that's already, like, to me, I just think that's pathetic. And then, two, why do you want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you? Exactly. That's like, you don't love yourself enough. Like, you deserve nothing but the best, and that's not the best. Like,
people do that
endless happiness, you know? But
yeah, people are afraid to be alone. Like, that's...
And that's what I'm saying. People need to work on themselves. That's an issue. You need to work on that, man.
I'm surprised she ain't cheated yet.
Who said she hasn't?
I was going to say, who said she hasn't?
She probably hasn't, just ain't got caught. So we know women are pretty slick with that one.
Sneaky with that one.
All I know is this is why we can't have nice things. That's all I gotta say.
Get it done.
Yeah, that situation got to end in general because it don't sound like you gonna stop messing with your side piece.
But eventually, like you said, like the side piece is gonna want a real relationship one day.
She wants it. Yeah, she wants it already.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, she wants it.
Right. He's gonna have to, like I said, he's gonna have to face the consequences. Like whatever his wife chooses to do, he's gonna have to battle with it.
Right, absolutely.
Maybe he'll get in a win-win situation where he gets custody of the kid and he gets to move in with the side piece. And then he'll get everything he wants. He'll get his child and he'll get the other girl.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. That's Wait. What's the dream part? Him winning custody in court?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know their situation as far as like if he can prove that he'll be a better person to live with. You know what I'm saying? Like he only spoke on his infidelities. What if something happened with her that he just not speaking on that he could bring up? You know what I'm saying? Like what if it's some more?
Right. He would have brought it up.
Well, right now,
I mean, not really.
We're just helping him out with the scenario.
But she cheated too.
The information he gave us is what we speaking of.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It could be some other stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying his dream scenario.
Well, you gotta be realistic. Anything when it comes to custody, you're lucky if you can even get 50-50. So then he's going to get full custody. I'm not even going to sell you that pipe dream. because you most likely not going to get no full custody. Now, you might be able to get 50-50, especially if y'all still live in the same city and the lifestyle for your daughter wouldn't change if she lives with you compared to living with the mother too.
So let's go with that.
And schooling and everything like that, right. It won't be affected.
You live in the same town. If he lives close enough where she could still go to that school, he just have a spot where she got a bedroom now, then she'll have a bedroom at a mother crib.
But it can't affect nothing else though. Like everything else the child's routine would have to still be able to be the same if she's with the father too.
The child probably love it 2 Christmases.
Honestly, no, but that's what the court is going to say. That they're going to say it has to be a consistent routine for the child. So, with the same amount of time for the child to get to school, with how old this child is, would that be affected by it? Would anything else be affected by that? So, if you can prove that none of that is going to be affected by it, then you might be able to get that. You might be able to at least get 50-50. Full custody, I doubt it, but you might be able to at least get 50-50 based off of that. But that's the situation. It sounds like divorce is definitely.
Divorce should have been in that email you wrote in the first place. Pookie, thank you for emailing. I hope you get that situated very fast. Your child, the mother, and the side piece. I don't know.
The lover?
Yeah, the lover. Do we say the lover anymore? We don't say that. That's ain't since the 90s since we said that.
But he is a lover, so it's not just a side piece.
He did say that.
She's a side piece because he's married still.
Exactly.
Whatever.
It's love. Like a biscuit.
She's the lover.
What is up?
like a Popeye biscuit,
dry as hell.
All right. Well, speaking of cheating, I want to know, why is it okay for guys to cheat and it's not okay for girls to cheat? Like, you guys will take a girl. Well, you won't take a girl back, but women are expected to take you guys back. Like, what's up?
That's a hard one to answer.
I got the answer.
That's not a hard one though.
Freddie got the answer.
He don't agree.
Freddie's
now look, I just want everybody to know I don't condone cheating at all, but
I don't think neither one.
In a certain sense, this is why a lot of guys might think it's okay. Guys, we're like squirrels, we just got to get that nut. And then we'll be okay. Like, honestly, guys, like, when they cheat, it's because they just see something different and they want to try it out. But some women, when they cheat, it's more because they're out of love with their significant other. Now, anybody get a nut, but when you're out of love, that's it. Ain't no really fixing it.
Girl, speak your mind.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying this is, for everybody, but for the majority that I know, who've been cheating or whatnot, those are the reasons. Like husbands who I've known who cheated.
Physical for guys.
Yeah, basically.
Men cheat for ego, women cheat for ego.
But I don't think that's the only reason why. But
wait,
cheat.
A minute ago, wasn't Pookie in love with another girl? That's why he was cheating, basically too. So,
but he's an exception. Like that's
no.
It's not accepted. What he's saying is that's a different.
I mean, it just depends on the relationship. Like I know a lot of girls who do cheat. I mean, unfortunately, but it's more for physical. Like they love the person they're with, but he might just not give them what they want in bed.
All right, so this is letting me know the game is changing now. So rules are changing, people are changing, cheating for different reasons.
No, and I disagree. I think some guys that do cheat is not based off of, not because of physical. I mean, yeah, that is a part of it. But I think some guys cheat because there's a lack of physical when it comes to the person that they with too. Like there's situations in that relationship that have caused a guy to possibly cheat. Like seeing that your girl flirts with everybody. So I feel like that.
Communication?
Yeah, I was going to say
that's communication. But you can communicate that. You can communicate with somebody plenty of times, and they can still choose not to change their ways. And probably feel like, let me go ahead and step out.
But then if you feel that way, leave. I don't get why people don't leave. If you're not happy with something, just leave. Like, what's the point of I'll just go on next door and no, just leave. It's that simple.
But I miss you though.
But
have your cake and eat it too.
But that's the same thing for a woman that feels like she needs
to.
Because her guy doesn't perform the way she wants him to. If you don't like the way he's performing, and that's enough for you to cheat, you should leave too.
But that's the thing. People do want that cake and they want to eat it too.
Right. And that goes both men and women.
So it's not more.
And look, we gonna be real honest about it. Both women and men cheat, and probably more women cheat just a little bit more than men do. They just are more slicker of getting away with their cheating. They just don't get caught. That's the difference. It's like a statistic, basically. If somebody's doing a report saying, okay, out of this many men, we found out that this many men cheat because they were just negligent with their cheating. Whereas on women's end, we only found 2.
I feel like we got a bad rap.
That's because the other 8 of them was so damn smart and slick about how they did it that they didn't get caught.
Now, going off of that, Jazzo and Shaq, how many of your female friends do you know have cheated?
A couple.
Okay.
A couple.
Yeah. And what about you, Shaq?
I know quite a few.
Quite a few. Now, have these people ever got caught?
No.
A few have.
Okay.
That caught up.
Now, when they tell you that they cheated, what do you say?
Well, when I
be honest, don't give me no bullshit.
I'm not. I'm being dead honest. My whole thing is, I feel like treat people the way you want to be treated. So if you're not happy, you need to sit down and have a conversation with that person and try to figure out what you guys can do. If you can't figure out anything, then leave. That's all you really can do. I don't see the point of trying to have your cake and eat it too. Right. Like if you're not happy, you're never going to be happy in that then. If you feel the need to step out, that's just the way I feel personally. So I tell them that, like, you know what? I think it's dumb. It's stupid. You're being immature, and I don't agree with it. But at the same time, they're an adult. They're going to do what they want to do. Sure. I can't make anyone do anything differently. So at the end of the day, I'll give my little cup of tea on it, but it's their decision. So
what about you, Jess?
I'm for the mess. So I'm like, you did what, girl?
Yeah. That's what I was waiting on. Damn it.
I mean, like, Shakyra, oh, I'm sorry. Shack Attack said,
Shakyra.
No, not Shakyra. People are definitely going to do what they want to do. So, I mean,
what's your take, Mercedes? Your friends cheat? Do you speak on it? Do you try to put some sense into them, or you just say fuck it?
Oh, no, I let them do whatever they do. They're grown adults. They wipe their own ass. Right. You make your own decisions what you do.
And it's
You're not gonna put that evil on me, basically.
But it's not a double standard. And the reason why I say that is because women choose to take their guys back multiple times. So you can't complain about it being a double standard when y'all the ones that are always taking these cheating men back. It's just that the men that are in a situation where the women cheat, they just feel like, look, I'm not gonna be stupid and take you back when I know you possibly gonna do it again. Because we don't think about it emotionally.
Y'all be like all, women baby, please. But
yeah, my heart would be broken.
That's how we do.
Yeah, like we might beg to get them back. Well, it depends. If the guy gets cheated on,
none of that.
If the guy gets cheated on, I'm not gonna beg to take her back. I can ask like, hey, can we work this out? But if I do the cheating and I get caught, then yeah, hell yeah, I'll be bawling like a little baby crying like, take me back. Because like I said, a guy just wants to, it's more for the physical. It's more to get a nut off. He doesn't want to leave home most of the time. Like he's happy with his home, but he's just out there, looking for vacation spots, just somewhere to, visit a little bit,
These metaphors, man.
Little time share.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I disagree with that,
but that's what we're here. That's what we're here to talk about, the disagreement.
Which part you disagree on?
That whole we're happy at home. We just want, a little bit of the physical. Like, obviously, you're not happy with something there if you do want to go out and be with someone else. Because obviously, if you were so in love and everything is so great, that would not even be like a second thought in your mind, no matter how bad the girl is. Because you'll be like, you know what? I got the baddest girl at home. What is up?
Okay.
One more time.
Okay.
For the people in the back, Jasmine.
It's always, you're right. It is something like missing. Like, you can have the baddest girl, but if she's not putting out like that, and you just gotta have it, then yeah, he can go cheat. Or it could be all types of reasons. It could be loss of love,
Badass attitude. But I mean, that,
those reasons are both sided, though.
Yeah, those reasons are both sided. I disagree with that whole, women thinking that like if they like the finest thing or whatever the case may be, that is like guarantee that you're not gonna get cheated on, because you being the baddest don't mean shit.
Yeah, Beyonce get cheated on.
No.
Let me rephrase what I meant by that.
Beyonce didn't get cheated on. She made an album about a situation like that, and y'all fell for it, and y'all was gullible to buy all the Beehive. The Beehive.
Hey, I don't want no hate mail from no Beehive. He didn't mean that.
Okay, let me fix what I said. Basically, I was speaking of what Freddie said, like, it doesn't mean we're not happy at home. It's just we want the little timeshare on the side. That's what I was stating. Like, you can have them. If you feel that when you're happy at home, where you're stating I'm there, like, that person must be amazing. You're in love with them. Everything about them is fantastic. Like, they have the overall package. Then you would not feel the need to step outside. That's what I meant by, like, she could be, like, the most amazing thing there. So obviously something's not right if you feel the need to have to go, let me go to my timeshare right quick. Then it's an issue.
But keep in mind, nothing's perfect, so anything can be cheated on.
Yeah, anybody can be cheated on.
Nobody's perfect, so anybody can be cheated on.
One of BE's
favorite.
Insecurity can have something to do with it too.
Insecurity of course.
There's a lot of things that can factor into that. I mean,
one of my girls,
like one of your favorites, Waka's fiance.
Oh, you talking about Tammy?
Tammy been cheated on by Waka like 2-3 times, and she went back with him again. Like, they're back together now.
They're back together now. Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, it's not a double standard. It's just that some women just choose to continue to take the person back.
Or she just knows what's up.
I think when it's with celebrities, it's different because then there's big money involved, and certain people got accustomed to certain lifestyles, and it's like, look, I'm getting this money. You cheating, whatever, whatever. Right. But you got 150 million in the bank,
right?
So
but Tammy make her own
I
money
get over
too.
It's not Waka.
Yeah, it ain't Waka money, but Waka money ain't that really that much like that.
It's more than Tammy money. It's more than Tammy money.
Tammy money. But she still got her own money though, so it's not necessarily where she feel like she got to stay back in a situation.
I heard with that money, that changed a lot. That changed a lot.
Yeah.
So some people just be like, you know what, I'll stick it out.
Yeah, but even as fine as Tammy may be, and she might be a cool ass person to be in a relationship with, but it's all about consistency too, and especially with somebody that's traveling and on tour and on the road and stuff like that, he might not have the ability to, Tammy can't fly out every time he feels like he want to get some. So what he do?
He need a nut.
He need a nut. So sometimes
he needs to go to Lover's Lane and get a pocket. Like, right there.
Go back to a few episodes.
Go back to a few episodes. We're not fucking no pocket pussies.
No flashlights, nothing like that.
Yeah. We want the real blood pumping.
Then you need to make time to go see your girl or something. But it's no excuse. Like, it's no excuse for cheating. I'm sorry. I don't care. It's nothing. Nothing.
Well,
I got a guy named Tim, and I've talked about him a few episodes back. He was just today back on the BS again, and it's perfect for this right what we're talking about here. The same BS is going on now. Well, I don't know if you guys was listening.
Tim is the one with the wife that didn't want to do the blowjob.
She didn't want to give it up. She didn't want to give him a blowjob or whatever.
But then he every got some, right?
He put his foot down.
That was then,
and now it's back. Yeah,
so now we're talking about the other day. The other day he texted me at 5:30 in the morning. He said he was already at work. Now we don't have to go to work until 6:30.
I did the same thing. I was like, wait a minute. No.
Now we don't have to be at work until 6:30. So he texted me while we were like at 5:30, like something's going on at the job. I'm like, wait, why the fuck are you at work right now? He's like, I explain later. So what he basically was telling me that he got up at 4:00 that morning. This is the other day. He got up 4:00 in the morning. Now, guys, when we wake up in the morning, 9 times out of 10 we got a woody. It happens. So what did he do?
He tried to poke her?
He tried to poke her. Poked a few times. Hey, you up? What are you doing? She's like, no, I'm too tired. I can't do it. So he was like, what are you talking about? He's like, your alarm about to go off in 45 minutes. And then he snapped off. He was like, because it was happening again. And he went on with the same story. Like, look, you don't want to do it. When was the last time we had sex? She was like, Tuesday. What's today? Today's Saturday. It's like, what do you want? Any lesser man that I know, would have cheated by now. This has been going on for a little while now. Like, I applaud him. Any lesser man would have cheated. Now, he was like, fuck it, I'm going to work. And it was like 4:30. He said he brushed his teeth and went on to work. I was like, well, I guess I don't blame you. But he had to explain to her, like, I do all the things that I need to do as far as a husband, what the husband does. I take care of home. I give you most of my money. I do all that. I give you compliments. I do this and I do that. I make sure that you're happy. But all I want from you is this.
Take care of that before the marriage?
I explained that before. They have 3 kids together. They're very young. They're like 6, 4, and 2. So after the second kid, that's when all the stuff started to happen. Because before then, it was a frenzy and fucking. Before then, that's what he was saying. So after the second kid, that's when it started to wind down and all stuff like that. So it's been going on for like 2 years or so. Now, like I said, any lesser man would have stepped out. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, and I'm not condoning it at all either. I'm just saying there's some things that guys do to cheat, but there's some reasons for them to cheat. Now, I'm not condoning it at all. I'm just saying there's some reasons why. That's all I'm saying.
I'm a lesser man then. I say if I'm not getting what I need at home, then we got an issue. We got a real problem.
If you're not getting what you need at home, sit down and talk about it. If she's not willing to change, you guys can't fix it, then leave.
Has Tim tried to talk about it?
Their husband.
That's not that easy though.
There's husband. I'm saying.
But guess what? Life
with all 3 kids that he got now, he's gonna get hit and raped.
Okay, then guess what? Life's not easy.
Child support, and everything else.
Life is not easy. It's not easy. It never has been. It never will be. But you got to do what you got to do. At the end of the day.
Lesser man.
Lesser man. I told Tim today. I was like, I feel like you're the chick and she's the dude. I told him that. He's like, it kind of is. He agreed with me, and I was like, I don't know. They're husband and wife, so it's different.
Does she work?
Yeah, she works. Yeah,
okay.
She works. I believe she works the afternoons or sometimes nights.
But I mean, let me paint the picture on that one. So they got 3 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
3 kids, and from his explanation, he does everything that a husband's supposed to do.
Right.
And pretty much, he provides for the household and everything like that. She gets almost all of his money, like he said. I don't know how she gets all his money, but he said that, right?
Yeah.
And the only thing he's asking for is just a little bit more love. So,
one time a week.
Right. So then if that situation ends,
I would have been like 3.
Right. So if that marriage ends, and for somebody that's a great husband, quote possibly a great husband, he's gonna go through so much hell all because he couldn't get a little bit more love from his wife, and his wife didn't understand it.
Right.
And now she's pretty much gonna reap the benefits of not changing her ways. Because she's going to be able to maintain having the kids. She's going to be able to maintain having her income plus now his income because she's going to get alimony and then she's going to get
it all revolves about down the court, huh?
It does. It does. But I'm saying she's going to get all this added on top of her, like, okay, we're going to reward you with this and this and this and this because he decided he wanted to get a divorce. All because he just couldn't get the little bit extra that he was asking for from his wife, which is love.
So instead, he should just go on down next door and get some love from
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I'm just painting the picture of look how that is.
I mean, I'm just saying,
look how one-sided that is.
What situation is it then? Because either he's going to stay there, be completely unhappy, get to a point where he's probably is going to step out, or he's going to leave.
And let
her they're going to sit there and work it out.
And let her get rewarded with everything because she don't feel like she needs to budge and shit.
I mean, well, either way, like, we don't really know the real deal. He can say that, oh, I'm perfect, I do everything, and that might not be the case. We all know people like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm amazing, I'm wonderful, and really, they fucking suck.
Facebook real life.
Exactly. What's up? So.
Hey, what you said he wanted once a week? That's what you just said.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So didn't he get it if he got it
Tuesday?
Yeah, and then it was Saturday. That kind of just threw the argument off of him.
I might have been wrong off the day.
That's that once.
Oh, okay.
I might have been wrong on day.
That's only a few days.
Yeah.
That would be once a week.
Yeah.
If he already had got it.
Right.
The Tuesday and it was
I might have been wrong on the days. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So thank you for calling me on that BS, even though
I just hear things.
Well,
but yeah,
back to paint the picture. You all come to your own calculations on it.
I don't.
Figure out what you all would do.
I just feel like we get a bad rap, man.
I just want to look. Just don't drive your spouse to possibly fall into a situation like that when if he's only asking for something small. Mm-hmm. That's all it is.
Just give it up, man.
Yeah.
And I understand that you, as a woman, you're not gonna want to I should be able to have a choice on how often I want to have sex and every case may be. That's true, but remember, you are married.
When you married, you don't get no choice.
You are married.
You get a choice of what time you might want it, but you got to give it up though.
But just got to understand, both people got to work on what's going to keep the relationship and the marriage going strong. without anybody interrupting or being able to come in between that situation. And if it's for the wife, if it's this, and this, then the husband needs to be like, okay, let me make sure I provide this, and this, or work on this and this and this, so I can make sure you're happy. If it's for him, I need this, and this. His wife need to be like, okay, let me see if I can compromise with you a little bit to work this and this a little bit more to keep you at least a little bit happy. That way we can both be able to do this without having any possible outside temptation coming into play. That's it. Simple.
Listen,
compromise people.
You cheated me, I'm not taking you back. Plain and simple.
But it's not okay for nobody to cheat.
I'm saying you cheat on me, I'm gonna shank you.
I guess they just not gonna tell you.
It's not okay to satisfy your mate either. So don't leave your mate out here with blue balls.
Yes.
But back to the whole beginning of this topic.
The point of it all.
Let that fine chick at work, one of his coworkers come up to him and be flirting with him. Then now you just leaving him vulnerable to take that temptation. Trust me, there's plenty of women out here.
Choice.
But there's
I just got into it by accident.
No, you ain't got it. But there's plenty of women out here that are like, look, I'll take another chick's man because ain't no other options out here. It's slim pickings. They feel like ain't enough good men. So when they see a man that's married and he take care of his wife, but they see that one little flaw that they could possibly work their way into, they gonna take it.
But like I said, going back to it, it's communication. And if you guys talk about it, it's not being solved, and it can't get fixed. It's the same thing over and over again. Then that's when you're gonna have to just figure it out, and it might be best to leave or something. But you gotta do what you gotta do. But cheating's never the answer. It's
the only answer.
Billy, I will shank you right now.
Don't listen to that, people. It's not the only answer. But no, guys, they don't. Hopefully nowadays they don't think that that's just a good reason to cheat.
More to the story is there's no double standards. It's just women need to stop accepting these men back after they cheat multiple times. That'll eliminate that whole double standard thing altogether.
Do they have to stop though?
Oh, was it? I miss you.
Do they though?
I miss you though.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, if they feel like there's a double standard, then yeah, they gotta stop.
So, including the double standard,
it's still going to be a double standard.
It's in the hands of the women,
right?
Okay, yeah.
Is that right, Jazzo?
No.
Wow.
Not at all.
Wow.
But you just agreed. You literally just said
you just agreed like
yes,
2 seconds ago.
Women need to stop taking the men back, and it'll stop being okay.
But it doesn't land all in it. That's not all in our hands, though. Like, just don't cheat.
But don't take them back.
Don't cheat.
Don't cheat, period, is what she's saying.
But the double standard is based off of why do men feel like it's okay for them to cheat, but it's not okay for women to cheat. But most men feel like it's okay to cheat because they keep getting taken back.
Yeah. That's the question you asked.
I don't know how many guys think it is okay to cheat. I think they recognize they're cheating. They're not saying like, I'm doing a great thing right now. They recognize they're cheating. I mean, if they didn't, they'd be all in the open with it. Like, hey, we should just be kind of threesome. But they cheating. What the fuck am I doing?
That is perfect.
Why don't I merge my lives while I'm out here trying to?
The only person who will not get cheated on is a person. Well, I ain't gonna say for fact, but I believe a person who won't get cheated on is a person in an open relationship.
Open, just open sexually.
I'm talking
or
open everything, sexually, everything.
Yes, that's
I might as well be single.
Right.
But I believe that person won't get cheated on because they know about everything. That is literally the most open relationship. The communication is great. The sex is with everybody and
whatever. Now you're taking a risk,
right?
Now you're taking a risk.
I know somebody with an open relationship. I've known them for. I'm sorry. I know, and I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that. I'm so sorry.
Stop. Move on.
We're going to. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I have a bad track of mind. I do know a couple who has an open relationship. I've known them for 2-3 years maybe. They've been together ever since then. I mean, it works for them. But they're the only couple that I know that does that.
Key factor. Everything's different for different couples.
Yeah, right.
All it comes down to.
And it comes down to communication because that is the
yes, Billy.
key.
Yes.
For that type of situation. Well, any type of situation, of course, but when you have an open relationship.
But let's be realistic. Of course, everybody knows the key elements of the relationship.
No, not everyone does. Common sense is not so common.
But everybody knows this. Like, everybody knows. Communication is key, but not this thing. Everybody doesn't have great communication.
Some people don't like to communicate.
Exactly. Like, we know the key elements, but not everybody's that great at it. Is everybody in this room great at communication?
Hell no.
Exactly. Nobody in here is great at it, but we know that's the key.
Well, you say you shut down? Didn't you say?
I do. I shut down. Yeah. When I get into that mode, yeah.
That's why I say this advice we give to people. Let's keep it realistic. Like, we can preach. We know what we're not supposed to do and not supposed to say.
Right.
But realistically, we got to be honest with it.
But see, that's what people have to do. They have to work on learning how to communicate. People don't know how to communicate, which is why people go to cheating. A reason that people go to cheating.
But I say in an open relationship, you have to have great communication. There's no other way around it.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it. That's why I would say that if that relationship would be, I'll say not complete, like perfect or nothing, but that person is less likely to get cheated on because they know about everything.
Well, see, that communication, I mean, you got to have that consistently, but communication is what's supposed to happen in the very beginning of a relationship you're forming, whether it's open or not. As soon as you meet somebody that you're interested in, y'all communicate. Y'all tell each other what y'all like and don't like and everything like that. So every relationship is different and had their own set of rules. Mm-hmm. But that's during the beginning of that time when y'all supposed to lay those rules out of, okay.
But that's like that's the easy step.
Right.
It's not till things start to get complicated that people start to like, I don't want to communicate. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say that. So
yeah, you don't learn things.
But if you know the basics in the beginning of the relationship, okay, I already know that my wife or my girl or my guy doesn't like this or don't like that. You should know that. That should be your part of the. No, that's why it's not right. But that doesn't fall into common sense. That falls in y'all had a communication that y'all already talked about in the beginning, and this person told you this is what they don't like. So now you know what they don't like.
Yeah, some people just choose to go against the grain.
Right.
After the foundation is laid out and the rules are set, some people just choose to go against the grain.
Yeah. And if they do, that's time for you to move on.
True. Yeah, no doubt. If you got somebody just keep going against what you already laid out as rules, then it's time to let that shit go.
Is that all you saying?
That's all I'm saying. What is up?
Hey, Mr. Engaged not here, but I feel like we got another replacement.
Hell yeah.
For him. I'm feeling the energy Jesus right now. Hulk smash right here.
I just don't think it's right.
Spirit, Mr. Engaged.
I just don't think it's right.
I'm opinionated. What can I say? I'm very opinionated. I say how I feel.
Yeah. So, because I always find myself in this question for myself when it comes to if I think I want to get back into the whole dating game, because I've been doing this single thing for a long time. Okay. Long time.
Let's not give out the number.
Yeah, we ain't gonna give. I mean, yeah, it's a long time. But when I think about it, the thing that always kind of makes me second guess if I want to be in a relationship is money. And I see Mercedes over here is kind of giving me this look like, the hell are you talking about?
I just don't think it's right.
But no, I mean when it comes to, because in order to date, there's got to be money involved, I think.
Correct.
So
yeah.
If you got your own like situation going on, like you got your own expenses, bills, debt, whatever the case may be, so you don't have a lot of money as far as free money to just play around with. That kind of, I think that doesn't leave you the option to really date because, okay, I'm gonna put it like this. I don't know. Right, because I put it like this, and there's gonna be plenty of women that be like, I would date somebody that ain't whatever the case may be. That's all good and dandy, but after a certain amount of time of money being so tight that y'all don't get to go out and do stuff and everything like that, it's going to become a problem where you're like, damn, all we do is stay in the house every time we around each other.
But is that a problem?
I was like, no, because I'd say,
I mean, you could do other stuff,
and then
but how many women you think actually, there's not that many women that do that, though.
I would.
But
I know there's some,
I don't think that's
but
a
it's
real
not that
big
many.
issue.
No, you can't be broke for too long.
No, you can't. you definitely can't be broke for too long. But certain people might, when it comes to a date, they might be looking at it for a certain some things might qualify as a good date for them compared to others. Like You might be somebody that be like, Applebee's is not a date. I don't want to go to Applebee's on a date.
Then that's not the person for you then.
Yeah.
You gotta find a person for yourself. Because I'm sorry, I feel like money is not an issue. Like, I mean, it's an issue, but it's not. Because you know what? It is 2017 and there are so many options. Like, my favorite thing is go on Groupon, get some nice little deals, and they have discounts on there too. So you get like 25% off.
Say what?
And you, yes, 25% off. Shout out to Groupon. Anyway, but like, seriously,
Groupon, give us a check before you do all that.
I do Groupon like for dates all the time. You can do like escape rooms. You can do like axe throwing. You can do so many different things. It'll come out to like $30, maybe $40, or even cheaper than that sometimes. But there's options, you know. And then too, like, it's beautiful. Get outside. Go hiking. Go do a picnic. It's other options. Like,
why are you shaking your head?
I'm not hiking.
I'm like hiking, but I agree though. I mean, I think you can definitely do small stuff like that, like go on a picnic and just chill out on the beach. That's only but that's short. That's a short amount of time though, especially living in Illinois. We don't get the summer, but only maybe a couple months, so we can't really use that as an option every time.
You can just get creative. That's all it's about. Just get creative, switch it up, do different things. That's what it's about, you know. Because even if you do have money, I mean, like but
that still takes money. Though. That's my point.
I'm saying, but it's still you can figure things out and get creative with it. Where you're not spending $100 per date, you might be doing $20 or something. It's still a better option to switch it up sometimes. That's all I'm saying.
That's true, but but that's going to also be determined on like how many dates would y'all go out on? Because let's say y'all don't get to go out on a date every weekend. Are you going to be comfortable with only going out a date once a month? Because
it comes down to communication again. If she's not okay with it, but that's your situation. That's your situation. I mean, obviously, then that might not be the person for you. Or maybe like me and Mercedes were saying, like, we're girls and we don't care. Like, we don't mind paying for things. Like, I don't mind.
Yeah, you really just gotta know who you're messing with. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Know from the get-go, like, hey, are you materialistic? Does money matter?
I mean, you should know that before you even start.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can tell that right off the bat.
I mean, some people don't show it. Like, everybody will come off like, oh, this doesn't matter to me. This doesn't matter to me.
You learn that after a while.
When they don't have it for a while, then it becomes an issue. So everybody puts on that, facade.
They do. I mean, the first couple weeks, months, you're trying to impress that person. So you're trying to do different things and make them feel like, oh, he's amazing or she's amazing or this and that. And then later on, when it gets more real, that's when it's kind of like, okay, well, I can't keep taking you down to these downtown Chicago fancy steakhouses and stuff that we were doing before.
Oh, no, absolutely not. You shouldn't be
whatever
doing
and stuff.
If your money tight, you shouldn't be doing.
I mean, that's the honeymoon.
But people do that still. People still do that.
I mean,
people wild out on the honeymoon phase too.
You can find smaller dates than that. That's not like going downtown at a steakhouse.
All it comes down to is communication between them.
I was talking to a girl for 2 weeks, and then after the 2 weeks, she wanted me to pay for her hair. I was like, what?
Too soon.
Using for a
wildin'.
Sponsor.
Yeah, that's exactly what she was looking for. Yeah, she didn't get that.
That's why from the beginning, when I started talking to my Mexican, I told her, I let her know. I said, look, I'm a simple guy. I don't like to do much. Well, actually, I lied. I told her I'm about this life. But as I started to grow and mature, I started letting her know, like, okay, I don't like going out no more like that. I like to just be in the crib. And she understood that, and she asked, like, okay, can we just go out sometimes? I said, okay, whenever you want to go out and I'm available, we can do it, as long as it's not every weekend.
That's good communication.
Right, that's good communication.
And very
mature, and that's with somebody that has the same understanding that you do. And
right.
He's okay with that. But I'm not saying that there's not no women that aren't the same way. But after a certain amount of time, I feel like that will change. Because everybody can say what they'll do in the very first month or first 2 months of a relationship. But give it some time and you feeling like you want there to be more, it will become a problem, I think. I say this all the time. Even when if I'm starting to talk to somebody, I don't make anything official until maybe 6 months in, as far as okay, now we're a couple, we're dating. Damn. And the reason why I do that is because people change. People don't come into the situation giving you the real them. They give you the representative. So they give you
for 6 months though?
Some people do it for longer. Some people do it for longer than that.
Yeah, the company gives you 90 days. Okay?
Right, exactly. Some people do it for longer than that. Some people
do it for years.
Act like they're the greatest thing. They'll tell you everything that they feel like you want to hear. to make themselves look like they the ideal pick that you want them to be. Like you're that ideal person. But then after a certain amount of time, then you start seeing more and more of who they really are. And you're just like, oh, I didn't know that she did this or he did that. I'm not really feeling that part of it. But after you've already made it official and committed to it, now you feel like you can't get out of the situation. To me, it's easier to get out of a situation when you haven't even put a title in, compared to putting a title in a label. True. This is why certain marriages last the long way they do. It takes a while for people to get out of those situations because now you got a title and money invested and everything tied in together, and it's hard as hell to get out of that situation.
Don't you think there would be like a negative side to putting a time limit on it?
No, it's not a. I don't want to say put a time limit. Just watch, monitor it as it goes.
Right, as long as that's part of that communication from the very beginning of like, look, I like you, but I want to see where this goes. I'm not jumping into anything right off the bat, so
I like that.
I want us to kind of spend as much time as we can getting to know each other, and seeing if this is really going to be a good fit for us. I don't know how long that's going to take, but I'd rather us know that. I'd rather come into the situation now, letting you know that that's where I'm at. And it's up to you to whether accept it or leave it.
Are you paying for hair after 90 days?
I'm not paying for hair in general.
You better find Becky with the good hair.
I'm gonna find these sugar daddies that y'all so paying y'all be looking for.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
She
can be bald.
Right.
She can be bald.
Absolutely.
I guess it depends on the head size. Depends on the head size.
I'm feeling that.
Well, I mean that's my take on relationships when it comes to. I feel like there's more to a relationship, and I think money is a big part of it.
That's
definitely communication.
Okay. So, would you feel some type of way if your girl made more money than you?
Absolutely no.
Yes, I would.
Why?
But why?
I wouldn't feel like it wouldn't be a certain way against her, but just me being a man, I would think like, damn, why am I not progressing? Why am I not up there to that level? It'll actually motivate me to work even harder, but it wouldn't be nothing negative against her. It'd be more on me wanting to push myself.
It wouldn't bother me because the statistics show that more women, especially more black women, have gone to college than more black men in general. So you're bound to find more women that probably are in a better profession than a guy is, and it's gonna probably make more money. I mean, there's more black women out here that's getting degrees compared to black men in general. So I wouldn't feel any way about it. It just depends on how, as long as that woman is not using that as like to hold it up over my head, like, yeah, so I make the more money. So I wear the pants in this situation type thing.
The family that plays.
I don't know why.
Jesus Christ.
You did that to me, Frank, because you brought up an example like that. I just thought about that immediately because you brought up
the family that prays.
The Tyler Perry movie the other week.
Oh, yeah. So how she was with her husband, but she had she had a side dude on the side that was her boss.
The boss.
See what you doing, Tyler Perry? But
that's what I'm saying. Like the money is not an issue because her husband didn't have an issue with her making a lot of money. It was just her way of how she communicated it towards him.
I hated the way
as far as how she belittled him.
That whole movie, she
belittled him because of the fact that she made more than he did. She felt like she was worth more than he was because he just wasn't on the same level financially that she was. That would be the only issue.
And again, this all comes back to what's the word for tonight? Communication.
But what that has to do with a woman's attitude about her making the most money? Oh, right. Okay. As far as how would I feel about somebody making more money, a woman making more money, I wouldn't have no problem with it. But I mean, if she make more money than me, I hope she don't expect me to be paying for all the expenses.
True.
I mean, that's facts, but
actually, you make more money than me, then I'm gonna need you to treat me out on a date every once in a while. Thank you, boo.
I mean, I feel like that's a given. Girls should treat their men out every once in a while.
Buy me some new shoes.
Okay, see, hold up. If I can't get no weed, if I can't get some new inches, you want me to get some sneakers? No. Goodbye.
Buy me some new shoes just to show me that you're thinking of me. Have them sent to my job.
Give me some inches.
So that way I can feel special.
Give me some inches and show me it's real.
Oh, look at my baby. She sent me some shoes.
Oh, look at my man. He got me some inches. What's up? What is the?
You just said, give me some inches to show me it's real. That kind of I just want you to think.
I mean, either or. So
that'll
give
work.
Me some inches. Yo.
so you know.
So I know it's real.
Well, I just hear things. I just tell you.
Of all the things to focus on, right?
Yeah. That might be the episode title. I might just make that an episode title.
But that's a man's most feel like. He don't want the woman. If she makes more, just don't be a sore winner. Don't rub the shit in his face. Don't keep bringing it up. But like I said, if he's a good guy, he just take it as motivation. Just want to push himself to more.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
I don't even think twice about it. It won't even. I don't know. I wouldn't even know the conversation to begin with unless she said it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think it ever came up.
Unless we saw each other's pay stubs or something, I just really wouldn't know or care to whatever you do.
Even if she did brought it up. All right. So what happens now?
All right. So what? What is this? A pissing contest?
Yeah. What?
I bet some shit I do better than you. If I kick you right now, I bet you can't touch me.
No, it don't matter to me, man.
It don't matter. It probably would make a difference depending on how much of a gap there is.
Are you talking about are we talking about a comma?
I thought that's what we was talking about this whole time. Like I'm talking about a gap.
Big gap.
Like a gap.
We can talk about a big gap because a woman can make like 10,000 more than you or 15,000 more than you. That's different. But if she's making like 30 or something like that, then that might be a different situation.
If she makes that much more and she legit knows how much I make, you're in a great fucking relationship.
Yeah, like what?
Exactly.
Right. The fact that she doesn't want anybody on her level, that says a lot about you.
Right. But how many of those you think are accepting that? How many women you think that's making that much money more than a guy is actually going to date a guy that's making that much money?
Shit,
I think it's a good amount.
I don't know. She's making salary and you're making what $15, $16 an hour. I don't. It was never an issue for me, so I have no dog in this fight. So I don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she a substitute, even if a guy was making money along her level, but if he's just a fucking total fuckboy.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It really won't matter, you know what I'm saying, opposed to a guy who make 40 G's less than you, he's going to treat you like Miss Universe.
Exactly.
That's true.
I wouldn't make shit.
But that's if she's open enough to right off the bat going with it. Because you can, in the beginning phase of meet somebody, oh, so what do you do for a living? I do this and that. What do you do? Oh, I do this. She might be like,
well, you can't hide it for long, right?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, again, then just bounce from there. Yeah. If they don't like it, bounce. What's up?
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. How many women do you think are actually doing that? Like, they hear a guy makes this much less or has this profession, and they're like, okay, I can still work with that, even though I make like 40,
but again, it depends
G's
on the guy and what he has to offer and how he treats her and how their communication and how they are together. It's a bigger picture than just that small one.
Yeah, well, we don't have percentages, but we know it happens. Like some women don't care about if they make more, and some women do. So it's everything is out there. So exactly. I don't know the numbers right off the back though, but it's out there.
I can look it up. Let me see Google.
We'll be here for an hour.
Alexa?
Yeah. For real. I guess when you're going by Mac 2's logic, if you get into that relationship and you feel like you've known each other for quite some time, so much so that you feel like you want to move in together, or you move to his place or you move to hers, when do you feel like it's when do you feel like it's the right time to move in, basically?
Trick
it's
question.
Never the right time.
Trick question.
It's different for everybody. It's case by case scenario.
Now the thing is, I can't even really be a part of this conversation because I haven't done this. So this would only be to a selected few in here who actually live with us and
I've had situations where I've jumped in, and I've had situations where I waited.
I've never lived with a
case by case scenario.
So I don't even know if that's like.
So I mean, but when did y'all say like, okay, let's move in together? Like, what was that point?
I'll say about a year.
No.
So you put a time frame on it. So it's a time.
You asking what time?
I don't know if that's necessarily.
No, I'm saying when is the best? Like when do you consider that?
Like feel comfortable. I don't think you should put a time frame.
That's what I say. It's case by case.
It's different for everyone. I mean, you can sit here like, you know what? I know you after 3 months. Let's move in. We are great together. We have great communication. Let's do it. And then it works out perfectly. Or you can sit here and wait. Well, 5 years down the line, we're moving together, and then 5 months in, it just all goes to shambles. it honestly just depends on the relationship. So it really just depends.
I mean, they're spending the night all the time. I think you could just.
Yeah.
No, some people like it. Sometimes that separation, like I can go home to my spot and do whatever I want to do. You stay in your spot, do whatever you want to do. When we link up, we link up. So
I feel like spending a night and living with someone's completely two different things.
It is
completely. So I feel like those need to be compared.
That's why you give them a drawer and you see how they do that first. And if they can handle a drawer, then you're okay. You just make a little.
This guy.
You know what? But honestly, okay, like I said, I think it depends.
It starts with a toothbrush.
In my last relationship, okay, so we met in, I want to say April. We met in like the end of April, and by June he gave me a key to his place. Like half my stuff was already there.
You said how long ago?
My last relationship. We met in April.
Well, I'm saying, when did you get the key?
In June.
Okay.
But we didn't become official until October.
Oh, okay.
So she got the key before she even got the
title.
Right.
So that's why it just kind of.
It was a little backwards.
It just depends.
When he gave you that key, did you think it was too soon? Did you deny the key or you accept the key?
I mean, I took the key. I mean, I'm going to take the key. Is that even a question?
But why?
I mean, it was to the point where we were always together and I was always over there and it was just a better balance. So if I got off work before him too, so instead of me driving all the way like 45 minutes back to my place, I can just leave my job. It's like 10 minutes from his place and just go over there and like make dinner, whatever I'm doing. Or sleep or something. I mean, I loved him too.
But it was convenient for him too because he was getting dinner when he got home.
No, awkward.
Damn, jeez.
That's not a reason to cheat, people. It's not a reason to cheat.
That's a reason to get a key. That's a reason to get a key, though. If you're going to be here home before I get there, at least have something ready for me.
Right.
I want to take out menu before you.
Damn, that's crazy.
As long as it's hot when I get there and it's ready.
That's crazy.
You didn't have to cook it. You could just be like, hey, babe,
I said the menu. Not the takeout. Take out menu. Sitting there on the counter.
You know what?
I give it a time frame.
You giving it a time frame?
I give it a time frame. I give it a time frame. I'm saying 2 years. And the reason why is because I've never been in a relationship that lasted past 2. So we can make it past 2 years. Then, we definitely gonna have that conversation because I feel like this is something that's really go in the long run. And I'm more invested in it because I know it can actually go the long distance. So after 2 years, then I'm like, okay, cool. Now we need to figure out what we're gonna do with these next steps. And
after 2 years, I got a drawer. Just saying.
Oh yeah, no. After 2 years, right?
That Jordan thing is real, ain't it?
Man, I got a drawer after 3 months.
You can get a drawer before 2 years, and you probably
after
get a drawer
3 months.
within that first year and a half.
Year and a half, 3 months.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you gotta wait on that drawer. I'm sorry.
That's your thing.
Hey, listen, but
I got my stuff, my baby stuff.
Listen, some people don't even get a drawer. So once you get that, that tells you something.
Some people get
that's commitment.
Get a couple of hangers in the closet.
That's commitment. Like,
it starts with a toothbrush.
If you need me to clear some space in the closet, I got you. You know, whatever you need.
And I had a
toothbrush and some soap.
I was talking to somebody. We did that. Like, we wasn't even official. Yeah. And she had a couple of clothes that I kept in my closet. And I didn't think nothing of it. I mean, we were still talking. It was like less than a year. But we was really connected. So I was like, okay, cool. I had no issue with her having those stuff at my house. But I'm still putting a time frame on it, though. 2 years before we moving in. So you might be able to keep a couple things over before that time.
Like I said, at the end of the day, it just depends on people at hand. It's different for everyone.
It is different for everyone. I feel like the right time is when we wake up in the morning and I'm not grossed out by the fact that you're there.
Man. Goddamn, wait. Why? Are you supposed to feel that way?
No, you shouldn't. Not with somebody that you talking to. That's more of a that's your little overnight that's your nightcap situation then. That's somebody that you ain't even dealing with on that level. Y'all just hit it and quit it. Well, not hit it and quit it, but it's just you call them up when you need something, that's it. That's pretty much what that sounds
like. Now I got a question. Now, I know this, but we gotta let the people know. Now, your last guy, he shared an apartment.
Yeah.
So, how did his roommate feel about you having a key to his place as well? Because that's both that's ownership.
Well, I guess he talked to him about it before he even gave me the key. And his roommate and me, we were friends too. We had that bond where even when we're gonna call him Billy Bob. when Billy Bob wasn't there, me and the other fellow would hang out and
that's crazy.
Grab some drinks or shots or whatever, and we would actually like watch movies, whatever. Like we had an actual friendship, so it wasn't an issue.
I should have called you Shakiki.
I swear, Billy, not today, Satan. Not today. I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm not dealing with you.
Okay. All right, we're done. We're not.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah. Damn it.
Now, for those who don't know,
oh my God,
I share an apartment with my cousin, real. Now, I got a question for him. If I was to ask you, hypothetically, like, hey, I want to move my Mexican in, how would you feel about that?
No problem.
Okay, now with that no problem, what terms would we have to come to agreement on as far as rent rise and bathroom? Because now you got 3 people.
Hey, rent is in thirds. I don't even think that was a conversation. I understand. I would welcome it just off that premise that I'm paying less on everything. Like, shit. We can talk about this after the podcast. Shit. All right.
Just wanted to throw that out there for the people who might have apartment share apartments and see how they should go about it.
One more thing with that also. So even though he had a roommate, I was the one who go over there a lot of times, and I like to cook, so I would buy groceries, and I would always cook for the roommate as well. Like, he was always included no matter what. Like, even if he wasn't there, I'll still put food up for him,
Billy
and
Bob
he would appreciate it. What?
Nice.
I said Billy Bob got the food too?
I don't know. It depends on how Billy Bob's acting that day.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Acting the food sometimes.
But no, like I said, I would actually, I would look out for him. Like, if we're ordering food too, we would, like, order him something. Like, if I'm doing it. Just because I'm not going to be rude. You're living here as well. Like, this is your place. It's not mine. I'm just here. So I'm going to, be considerate.
True. I like that. Keeping it a family, because we live somebody that damn near family, so you keep it a family.
And we did. Actually, I would cook all the time, and we would sit down at the table and, like, legit, just all 3 of us talking, chilling, hanging out, laughing, whatever.
I like it. I like
that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but speaking of, as far as, like you and Riv was just saying, yeah, because, you're going to be dividing the rent between 3 people now. But let's say it's a situation where it's just, like, you living by yourself, and you and your person, y'all decide to move in together. I've been seeing this topic for maybe like a couple of weeks just on social media. Everybody has like a different answer on this one as far as who should be responsible for what. Like, some feel like the man should pay for all the expenses and the woman shouldn't have to pay for nothing. Some people feel like it should be 50-50. Some saying it's based off of who makes the most, that determines on who pays what. Like, I'm trying to get an understanding of what y'all think about that in that sense.
We'll let the lady speak on it first.
Okay, well, I guess I will jump on in. So basically the way I feel about the situation is that it should go off of how much you all are making at that point in time. And then from there, you can decide what's even for you all and what's good for you all. And it's no point if one person's making like $2,000 a month, another person's making like $4,000 a month, that the $2,000 person's getting to pay everything, where they're not going to have any money left over. It's not fair. It's just be kind of
Yeah.
I just heard some just stop.
I get like really tongue twisted and I was like,
It's okay.
But basically, it just, again, it's communication. Just sit down, decide what's best for you all, and then go from there. I'm
feeling that. I agree with that. I would say, like, let's say, for example, like, if I'm making the 2,000 and she was making the 4, I'm okay with paying. I would say it has to be 50-50. I'll take care of the rent. You just take care of, like, utilities. Like, you pay the cable, you pay the groceries, and then we'll come into the middle when it comes to anything else as far as, like, electric and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, so that's my understanding. That's my take on it. Like, I don't want it to be 50-50, but a damn sure where you ain't going to be living here for free either. You got to pay something too. This is 2017. This ain't back in the day when the man pays for everything and women didn't work and all that stuff like that. I get that.
Because it was tradition.
That's tradition. This ain't tradition right now. If we live together, we both working, then we gotta split these bills somehow.
No, I agree.
Not necessarily 50-50, but it's going to have to be something like it's got to, for me. For it to make sense for us to move in together, it has to also be financially. It has to financially make sense, as well. It has to be a benefit. So if we're gonna live together, it's got to benefit both of us.
We have to be able to afford to live together,
right? But it's got to benefit both of us to be like, okay, well, she's gonna be living here too, so now that means it's less bills that I gotta pay, and I can use that extra money that I'm gonna have towards something else.
No, agreed.
Just like with Riv and Freddie, y'all saying if it was 3 people, so yeah, y'all dividing that rent instead of it being 2 people, y'all dividing it into a third. So that extra money that you saving could be going towards something else, whether it's another bill, it goes towards your kids, it could go towards getting something that you like, picking up a hobby, whatever the case may be. It's just saving it. That's as money you can save. So that's my take on it. Like, it's got to be financially beneficial for us to move in together. Is what.
How you explained it is exactly how my last relationship was set up. He made more, so he actually did pay the rent, and then I took care of groceries and bills, so gas, electric, water, and that was my thing. And then of course, he would pitch in and help, and then we had kids together, so anything that the kids needed, school fees, clothes,
because he still made more. So it's like, I'll cover like 60. You pretty much like I'm covering 60%.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty much the same. Like whatever I spent on groceries and bills that month was pretty much like rent.
I know some relationships where the guy he'll pay for everything. Like he'd pay for the bills, like he'd take care of the bills, the rent or whatever, and the lady's check would be like for the utilities, like other stuff, like clothes, groceries, stuff like that. And he'll pay for all the other stuff.
I think that's how my parents are set up too. Like my dad hands over the check to my mom, so he gets an allowance out of his check, and for whatever cost for the week.
Their relationships that way.
That's how my parents
are set up. But that's because in most marriages, the woman is always going to be a little bit more financially responsible with the money. Like she's going to make sure all the bills are getting taken care of. For the most part, in some situations, she's going to make sure that all the bills are getting taken care of first. So that way the father don't get the opportunity to just blow the money and trip it off on whatever the case may be.
This is more like, okay, I work, it's your responsibility to take care of the rest of it. I hand over the check, you just make sure everything in the house is maintained.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about having a joint bank account and just letting... Goddamn, hold on, let me finish the I guess this will probably be for people who are married, but I know some people who might be in just a relationship, and they might feel real comfortable when they get a joint bank account and then have everything just set to auto pay. And they just put all their cash in that one account and just let it.
I've done that, but we've also had our own separate account. So we had a joint account and our own individual.
So how much money did y'all put in the?
We would put however much out of our check every pay period.
That's my whole thought of it too. Like if y'all gonna be, I think it's more for when you're married, where y'all should do the whole 3 accounts. You get your separate one, and you have one that's a joint. To me, the joint one should really be for the actual lively expenses, like the household. Everything should come out of that. So y'all pretty much say, okay, out of my check, I'm putting this much in the joint. Y'all both do that, and then okay, now we're paying the bills out of your joint account only.
So wait, which account should have more money in it though? Your personal or the joint?
Well, it's going to be based off of y'all agreement of who pays for what. So if you're paying the rent and she's paying all the other bills, then she's only going to put enough to pay for those bills for the month, and you're only going to put enough to cover for the rent for that month. That way, the rest of your money is just your money. You spend it how you want to.
But then in that case, y'all don't even need a joint account. Y'all could just have your own separate bank accounts linked to whatever you pay.
I'm just thinking about the family. They're crazy, man.
Oh, stop.
It's like as soon as you started talking about joint accounts, I started thinking about that movie again.
No, you got to edit this out, right?
I'm sorry. I just thought of that shit. I'm sorry.
Edit that out, because if y'all want to edit out me talking about Atlanta as a whole, y'all got to edit that out too.
Okay.
That was he edited
8
out.
episodes ago.
Hey, you know when somebody grieving over something, it was like he was swaying the bread, and it was quick too. He didn't think about it.
Wait.
Because that's what I remember that.
He lives in Atlanta right now.
That was 8 episodes ago.
I'm just saying.
Let it go.
You gotta edit that out too, because
let it go.
Tyler might hear this one day. We don't want to lose that opportunity. We might get a check. So.
In my defense,
you'll be alright.
Don't you think that was a little bit extra? Just a little bit.
No, because everything I was saying about Atlanta was facts. They are one of the highest cities that has the highest STD rate. Point blank, period. It is.
There you go.
Yes, and I hope y'all keep that in there. They have the high rate of it. they have a high rate of down low brothers and everything like that. So yes, I feel like it's something that needs to be addressed.
Okay, no, we're not gonna do that. Jasmine. Jasmine, I had a okay. So you were the first one to reject the idea of a joint account. So when is a good time for you to have a joint account with your partner?
Like you said, when you're married.
So that's it.
That's it.
Like, so when you get married, then
my money is
joint account right off the bat.
Well, joint savings account, and then the separate checking account.
Right. I can even say that would be a smart way of doing it too. Like if you're paying this expense only, like this is the bills that you're only responsible for, and there's no point in having a joint to pay the bills. But that is smart to have a joint account at least as a savings account.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're both putting money into this joint savings account for us in the future. So it could be for whether it's for your kids later on for them, or just as a fund, or it could be like just a savings nest in case y'all need to fall back on it. Vacation. Yeah. It could be for vacation. It could be for
when she needs some new inches.
No, it shouldn't be for that. That should come out of your personal.
Now, if you can share a joint bank account and your money in an apartment, how do you feel about once you get in there? You got to be comfortable with this person enough to share a bank account. So once you get in with this person, when is the right time, or how comfortable should you be to be able to go and do something in the bathroom while your significant other is using the toilet?
Combing your hair? Is what you're talking about?
No, go in. You can go in, you can take a shower or anything, but your significant other is on the toilet. You can go in there and brush your teeth. Would you brush your teeth? Take a shower? Anything?
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm not finna go out about my day and this smell is following me and you using the bathroom and now it's stuck on me like glue and I'm trying to figure out where the hell the smell coming from because it hadn't came off of me yet.
But let's say you're taking a shower and she comes in and starts using the toilet.
Same thing. I mean, like, look, my pores is open from the shower. Don't come over here.
We're talking about she's on down. She's taking a shit. She's dumping.
No.
Or he's dumping.
No, man.
I just feel like it's different per couple, basically.
No.
Because I know for me, like, with my last ex, literally, he'll be in the bathroom taking a shit, and I'll be outside the door, and we're having a complete conversation, chilling.
That's outside of the door.
That's fine.
Like, or I've actually been in the bathroom, like, sitting in the bathtub, like, having a conversation with him.
That's what I'm talking about, and that's love.
Like, I don't...
That's love.
That shit to do with love.
They got nothing to do with love.
That's love.
Dude, that lick her
But it's
ears.
like, okay, so... do you guys talk about, like, poop and, like, shitting and all that stuff?
I'm talking about all that. Like,
okay, see, again, it depends on the person, because, like, with me, whoever I'm with, I will literally text you throughout the day, like, man, I just took the biggest shit of my life right now. And he's like, oh, for real?
Wait, just this has nothing to do with anybody but one person's room. Someone makes me, don't ever get that comfortable. Don't ever get that comfortable.
But again, it depends on the couple. Everyone's different.
How do you have that conversation?
You don't have it. It just has to be a feeling like if the door's unlocked and
it would have to be, right?
Yeah, you can just go in. Like, I'm not at that point in my life. Like, she's not moved in yet. So, but once you're living with this person and you're just comfortable.
So it has to be because she's moved in?
Yeah, like, you can't just do this with somebody who don't have a key or something. Like,
I mean, we would do this before I even had a key to his place. This is the normal for us.
I just can't see you nasty. we gotta have some good time, and she has to be living with me. Like, when you're living with me, now you get to see all of me. You gotta see me as me. No edited, no filters.
And that's my point of why I said I don't put a title on it for early on, because like you just said, you get to see the real me once we living together. You see all of me instead of just giving them all of you in the very beginning.
See, I give them all of me at the very beginning.
Right, I'm the same way. Like, what you see is what you get. So
exactly.
Flaws and all.
If I'm having vagina sweat, I'm gonna let you know I got some vagina sweat going on. If there's
something about you that I don't like, or my certain, my own little flaws and quirks and things that you might not like about me, you're gonna get that in the very beginning.
Exactly.
That way you know if you want to continue to mess with me or not.
But look, you can't be 2 weeks in a relationship and just walk in the bathroom and take a shit while she
But I'm not doing that in general. I don't even know
she be taking a shower there, but
I wouldn't do that in general. So that's what I'm saying. That's not a part of my whole.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be living with somebody to do this.
No, it just depends on you guys' communication and how you guys are. It's different for people. Everyone's different.
We could have been together for 5 years. We could be married. Whatever the case may be.
So if she fart,
do not.
When is a good time to fart around?
Never.
When can she fart around?
Never.
When can he fart around?
Never.
You know what?
Never and never.
I feel like farting.
I try to make farting sound cute. Like, ooh, I just did it. Like,
sound
is bad.
It's roses.
See, I'm not even gonna lie. I really don't fart in front of guys.
No, Jazzy. No.
I do not fart in front of guys at all.
I don't fart out too.
So when you get married to your husband or whatever, you're not farting? You're holding it in still?
I mean, maybe at that point, but as for now, oh no, it already has. It does. Even like one of the guys I was
But keep in mind, you're living with this person. Like everything, all these questions are based on you living with the person and the comfortability of,
If you're living with them, you're signing up for all that anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So you gotta take the parts. Even before this, we got into this real podcast. I asked the ladies ahead of time. I said, "Hey, is it okay for a guy to, go use the bathroom while you're taking a shit or whatever?" And they said, "No, we're not okay with it. We're not comfortable."
Excuse me. Let's rephrase that. Not everyone said no. I said that is completely fine.
But somebody said, they don't want it. But they also said it's okay for you to masturbate in front of your other significant other.
No, that is
so
not
I don't
okay.
get how can you masturbate but not go into the bathroom and smell some shit? Like if you eat ass,
because masturbation don't smell.
I feel like
pleasurable though. So like,
and it
but
don't
this
smell.
Not gonna be pleasuring your other partner. Like
masturbation don't smell. If it smells, something wrong with you. You might want to go to the doctor if your masturbation smells.
Oh wait, do you mean uncomfortable for your partner? Like if you masturbate and she like, can you stop poking me with your elbows?
No, I'm saying like in a sense like where your partner they're not in the mood to have sex. Like that honestly, they're not in the mood to have sex. It's bad timing, but you got to take care of it. So you're living with this person. You just say fucking and rub one out.
I've done that before.
Is that acceptable? Is that okay?
I mean, I don't see why.
I'm gonna say it's
look at them buns and glaze them,
and I'm gonna do it on purpose because I want to irritate the fuck out of you for being like, look, I can't have sex.
That's just something I haven't tried yet.
That's just petty as hell.
Yes, that's my petty right there. Oh, we can't have them tonight. Okay, cool. Here we go. Oh, you right there? You trying to sleep? Oh, well, I'll be done in a minute or two or whenever. I'll be done much quicker if you would go ahead and give me some, but since you don't want to, okay, now you're gonna have to just deal with me.
So, ladies, you'll be okay with that? Your man just masturbating next to you because you don't want to give him nothing, or it's just bad time, or time of that month, or
it's
whatever.
It's better than me leaving out and getting it from somebody else.
So this is okay.
I don't mind my guy masturbating.
I just think it depends on people. Again, everyone's different because with me, I'm always down. So we don't got time for the. I'm sorry.
So y'all running red lights, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
But again, it's different for everyone.
But y'all can't go into a bathroom with somebody shitting, huh?
I'm fine.
She's okay.
I'm in the bathroom while he's shitting, sitting on a bathtub. Like, what's up? What do you want to do for dinner tonight?
I see me and Shaq. We are so similar. We are so similar. We don't care. We do not care.
I just can't. I can't.
Well, we knew that about you. That's your name on your shirt. I'm just an ass nigga. So,
I'm gonna really need my lady to listen to this. She needs to know this about me before we go any further.
I don't know. So that might be something I have to try.
Let's talk about it, Billy. What's on your mind? What's bothering you? The masturbation or the bathroom?
No, the masturbating thing don't bother me. It's just something I haven't tried. It was weird to me when you first presented it, of course. But no, I'll never say no to something in the bedroom. But I'll try it. But as far as the shitting goes, I don't think I can get over the smell. I think it'd be like a smell, and then you had to like. Wow. Really? It would be just the smell. I have to go through the day knowing that I smell that smell under my nose. I don't know if I can get over it.
Like I said, I think it's different per person.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Especially if it's like one of those like death.
So,
cause then you're gonna be going about your day like, wow, so my baby is capable of producing this type of smell.
Okay, so Billy, if it's like 8 a.m. and she's in there taking a shit, like, and she had some White Castles last night, so it's like it's a real shit, and you. Okay. And you're leaving to go to work.
Right.
You want to pop in there, like, bye, babe, here's a hug, here's a kiss.
I'll give her an air kiss. Like,
really?
Girl. Yeah.
Window love, door love.
Put your hand on the door so I can feel you. I felt that.
But piggybacking off our scenario, let's say she has diarrhea one day. She's not feeling well. She has diarrhea.
Different. That's
and
different.
You got to take a shower. Now, you guys telling me, or women, or well, you're telling me you're not gonna go in there and take a shower while your significant other has diarrhea, and you got to be at work at a certain time.
I would have to take that shower. Yeah, I'll take the shower.
Check it up.
You had to. You had to.
Because I'm not going to work there.
Right, the steam.
Exactly.
No, you can't.
It makes it worse.
I'm just going to have to go and do a bird bath at work or something. Like,
but how's it different if, like, someone just took a shit and you go in there 10 minutes later to go shower, or 5 minutes later to go shower? And then it's still in there. It's still lingering. So what's the difference?
You can spray that down heavy.
Open the window.
You can try to spray that down.
But what if it's no window?
Turn on the little fan.
What if it's no fan?
Light some matches, light some candles.
Those apartment fans in the bathroom don't.
They don't work. They never work. They're always broke.
They're there to make noise.
But you keep that door open. You spray. You put a candle on, light some matches, whatever, and try to get as much of it out as possible.
First of all, you're supposed to poop and flush. Like,
it's called courtesy flush.
Yes,
poop, flush, leave the door open when you walk out.
I mean, everyone views pooping differently. Like, I enjoy my pooping time. Like, I love it.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like, my pooping time is, like, amazing. I love it. Like, I will sit there and text a person, like, babe, like, let me tell you about this monstrous poop I just took. It is.
I'm not texting you about it, though.
Oh, I will. You may be lucky if you don't get a picture.
We're so done with this conversation.
I think I'm with him. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, if you live with somebody, you got to be comfortable enough to do some of these things. But like they say,
if you're with someone, you got to be comfortable with that.
If you're sharing a bank account, you should be able to share
Poop
a
life
bathroom.
matter. That's all I'm saying.
Leave something to the imagination, please.
Just leave that.
Yeah, that to the imagination.
If you eat ass, you know the smell of it, so it shouldn't bother you. That's just me.
If you don't smell from eating ass,
Right.
Again,
throw your whole mouth out. just get rid of
you
it.
wash, then you eat again.
Wait, is that your mic?
You made this joke already before. You made this joke before.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, it's
okay. You got a B on it or something?
I might. I put one on.
You got a 2?
I put a 2 on there.
Is that the last topic?
Yeah, that's the last one.
I am so serious. Like, you guys just talk about poop sometimes. Vaginas. I'm not even kidding.
Wait. Conversation. Not conversation. This is real short. No pun intended. Shit. Fuck. Listen. Cock and dick.
Okay.
Cock and dick. The words. All right. Do y'all like y'all shit to be referenced a certain way? Because I don't want my shit to be called a cock.
I don't have a cock.
And
people say cock.
And one thing about it, like I told her, she was like, "What's the difference?" I'm like, "You want to know what the difference? I can't cock you down."
Right. That's a big difference.
It's a big difference. I can't cock you down, and that doesn't sound and it doesn't sound like me coming to be like, "Hey, you ready for some dick?" Opposed to, "Hey, you ready for some cock?" You know, like
it just sounds weird coming out your mouth.
I know. Man.
It just sounds weird coming. Well, it sounds
how's that
weird.
cock feeling?
Yeah.
No.
It's just the way you say it. It's the way you gotta
That's
say
basically
it.
what it seems like. Yeah, the way you say it. Yeah.
Even if you say it like you say dick, it won't.
If you say it with confidence, like I'm about to cock you down.
Okay, no, you gotta be like, you ready for the cock?
Like, am I a pistol? Cock me down?
You can like vagina and pussy, like
two different things. White people say vagina. Black people say
no, a lot of white people say pussy, and a lot of white guys say dick. So
no,
I don't even know. I dated a good few of my white fellas. And
on porn, they say cock.
Right, they say cock.
I mean, that's because like
no, I don't even watch Generation. It's dick all day.
Dick all day. Yeah.
That you on dick. had to edit myself. You know, because of LeBron's gate, I'm trying to edit my words now.
You just gave me a good question when we have a white female on here. I'm gonna ask her, do you ever call your man a nigga when y'all have sex?
What?
A nigga or a nigga?
Either one gets slapped, probably.
Nowadays,
yeah.
Nowadays, white people say it like it ain't nothing, and you could be somebody white that grew up in a black neighborhood and get away with saying it nowadays. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Shelby Beetle has said nigga before. She said she's said nigga before. Don't you think?
She said it. They edited it out already.
Oh, she's done. She said it before.
That was a joke. I was just.
Wait. When was this? YouTube it. I want to see it.
I don't know, but it's been a lot of stuff. We had the LeBron thing, then the Bill Maher thing. Like it's
we were gonna have to.
It's the comfort level is getting kind of out of control. This is too close of incidents. They're not separated.
Yeah, they're not really.
You know, I think somebody gonna come out Monday morning. Good morning, niggas. Like, what's Good Morning America? What are we doing?
Yeah, and then
I'm just trying to see the weather.
And then the African American. Well, I don't know if it's African American, but the African Smithsonian that's in Washington D.C.
Yeah,
they found 3 nooses over there within 1 week.
Within this week? Last week.
Well, pretty much. Yeah. Today starts a new week, but last week.
I'm just letting you know, man. Racism isn't over, and it's not going to be over anytime soon.
I blame you, Trump. I ain't saying racism wasn't here before, but people got more
open about it
since you didn't took office.
Right, because before you didn't know which company supported racism until Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw all these other companies that's like, I support his campaign, and it made you second guess these companies.
Yeah.
Just like some of these athletes, prize athletes, that everybody was just like, that's my favorite quarterback, Tom Brady, but he's best friends with Trump. And he didn't want to come to the White House when Obama was president.
Yeah, that's true.
So you see it more than ever.
It's more blatant now
than before. And and you can put it. You can say it's based off of because we have the internet and everything like that. But we've been having the internet and social media for years, and we didn't see it that much then, as much as we do ever since this whole election.
Oh yeah, but they say Twitter fingers and all that. It's a lot of people that they'll say it then, but if they was in the same room with you, there's no way in hell they say it out loud. No way in hell they say it out loud. So,
some people still do it though. There was just a situation I think the other day. I think it was North Carolina or South Carolina where it was like 26 black people had to leave a restaurant because one white woman complained about the noise or something like that. And a situation happened like that last year where a group of black women was kicked off of a train because they was too loud on the train.
I remember that case. Yeah.
So it's situations like that's been happening, and they've been happening more and more ever since this whole election even started. Since this whole, him running and just getting people riled up. We've seen recordings of black people at Trump rallies getting pushed and shoved and punched and getting kicked out and everything.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, and him indulging in it. Yeah, get him out of there. Yeah. I seen that one. Yeah, I seen it. Speaking of that one, and I'm just to get off of it. The Kathy Griffin thing. Has everybody ever seen that? Everybody seen that yet?
I saw the picture.
I don't, and that was my whole gripe about it. She shouldn't have apologized at all. I felt like it was wrong for her to apologize. Say fuck it. Just stand by what you did. She went a little too far, of course, but nobody should do that to the president. But since you did it, it's out there. You shouldn't have.
Right. I wouldn't say I'm condoning the action of it, but at the same time, you've done it. You meant what you did it for.
Yeah.
So why apologize for it now? It's already out there. We've already seen it. Don't apologize for it because of the fact that people started complaining about it. You already knew people was going to complain about it anyway. I don't remember seeing Snoop Dogg apologizing for that video he did.
When I seen it, I didn't care when people are outraged. It's like I sat through all these real life police brutality videos and
I didn't
you
give a
guys
shit.
weren't that outraged, so I'm going to be outraged by a fake severed head? No, not at all.
Right. I'm not going to be outraged by that, just like I wasn't outraged when Obama was in office. Everywhere we looked up, somebody in South Carolina had a Obama puppet hanging from a light pole,
like nooses and stuff like that out there.
Had these pictures of him looking like a monkey, or Michelle Obama being called a monkey by what was a principal or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I forgot.
So we got all these instances that y'all don't want to be outraged about, but because somebody shows a cut up face of Trump, now it's like, oh my goodness, she should lose her job. Yada yada yada. Like, no, if y'all gonna feel some way about that, then y'all need to feel some way about this too.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm just glad that because we're talking about race, I'm just glad that she was white, because if it was another race, that would have opened up.
Oh, a lot.
Oh, it would have opened up a lot.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm just glad that stayed within.
Just glad it was Kathy Griffin.
Yeah. I'm glad it was Kathy Griffin.
Yeah, so she lost her CNN job. She lost the New Year's Eve gig too, and I mean, that was a little repercussions that, that goes along with that, but
yeah, it's repercussions when it comes to freedom of speech.
I'm pretty sure she knew what was going on.
I don't think she knew.
She had to know.
I mean, you can.
Man, there is no thing as freedom of speech.
That's true.
Not anymore.
There's no such thing.
There's no such thing. But she definitely, as a white woman, with her level of success, that that has to be a first thought before you even put anything out there. What's this going to do for? What's the backlash going to be? You automatically thinking about that. So she has to know something happened. She knew it was going to come. She knew something was going to come. She might didn't know it was going to come to that extent. Because again, we had a situation where Snoop Dogg did a video where he showed Trump getting shot, like shooting a fake gun at a fake Trump impersonator. And he got a lot of backlash for that, but he didn't get enough to where it was like, we canceling everything and this, and we pulling him from this and that. So she probably felt like, well, shoot, if a black guy was able to get away with it, he being a white woman, I probably won't have that much. It probably won't be that big of a backlash.
I think it was a bigger issue because with Snoop, it's more expected, I would say, and with her, I think it was just like such a shock factor. That's why.
Wait, why would it be expected out of Snoop? That's random.
Yeah, that's
Snoop
what I'm
never did anything like that.
Right.
I mean, I think of Snoop. I just think of Snoop doing whatever he wants to do. He's like kind of free spirited more, so he will just do whatever comes to his mind, whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, but she's a comedian. They pretty much do what they want to do too. They say whatever they want to do in their shows.
And I think that's what she felt like. She is a comedian, and so and them jokes is gonna fly.
Jim Carrey co-signed her and was like, "Look, I don't feel like she did anything wrong.
Right?
She did that. You do what you're supposed to do as a comedian. You push the envelope.
He did come out and
that's how she felt. And that's how she felt.
Now she was wrong for apologizing. That's all I felt about it. But all this fake outrage about it, I'm not with it. I'm not for it. That's what I said. There's no, like you said, there's no freedom of speech. There is no freedom of speech because once you say something or anything, somebody's gonna be outraged about it. It'll be fake outraged.
Where's y'all outraged when that crazy, what's his name, Dalen or something like that, had killed all them people in that church?
Oh,
where was your outrage for that?
The white kid killed the people in the black people in the church.
Where's your outrage for all the kids that was killed at Sandy Hooks?
Oh,
and they was killed by a white person at that. And those babies was mixed. They was like it was a different. It wasn't like all white kids or all black kids. It was different race of kids.
But I do remember the Sandy Hook. They did go crazy for that. That was
they did. I mean, they still talking about that right now.
They did go big for that.
Yeah, they choose what they gonna go crazy about.
Oh yeah, I'm still not over Harambe.
Y'all go crazy over.
Get out of here,
y'all go crazy over a fucking ape.
See.
Y'all go crazy over that, but y'all not going crazy over these unarmed black people that's getting killed. Unarmed black fathers that's out here trying to make a living by selling CDs and they get shot on the ground. Or a black father that was having car troubles and he got shot down while he had his hands up.
Yeah, that's the one.
That officer, she got acquitted of those charges, if I'm correct.
Yeah, she was good.
So all these situations of where we are seeing proof of white cops and situations like that where they pretty much do whatever the fuck they want to do and get away with it, and y'all don't say shit about it. Y'all don't have no outrage or nothing. It's just like, well, they shouldn't have had this, and y'all have all these different excuses that y'all can come up with to try to justify why y'all not outraged about it. But y'all are outraged about a shitty ass president that we have who's doing a shitty job, who's possibly going to lead us in a situation where we all going to be dead because he's pissing off a lot of people.
Pissing off a lot of people. But you know who ain't pissing off? Shout out to my Brazilians.
He's going to be pissing them off too.
Maybe.
they'll be affected by it somehow.
He's just shitty.
I mean, I just like all this. It's nothing new. Same old, same old.
We got a whole nother 3 years to go deal with this, man.
The Rock in 2020.
The Rock and Tom Hanks, because they both saying, I saw that where they both possibly are going to do a joint one together.
I thought it was The Rock and Quavo.
Wait, we gonna have 2 presidents?
No. Well, shoot, look, if I think you can do it either, but shoot, if you can be somebody that don't have no type of government experience and get elected as a president, then why not The
Rock and Quavo 2020?
Hell no, we don't know that Quavo.
Why not?
Right. I ain't trying to have no. I'm not. Definitely not.
You don't know what he's capable of.
Shit. I know real shit. Some bullshit. I'm trying to.
As long as it's not Pitbull, I'm good.
Oh man,
fuck Pitbull.
We have every black person in America thinking they.
I'm playing Pitbull at the end of this episode.
You better not.
Speaking of that, I think we're out of here. Thank you, ladies. Mercedes, Jazzo. I appreciate y'all. Oh, no, I'm just playing.
Okay. Okay. All right, B.
I just don't think it's right.
These games. Keep playing these games with me. Damn it.
No, I appreciate all of you for coming. Well, we all appreciate you for all coming.
Where's my name? Shout out at
Shakyra. I appreciate you.
One more time. One more time.
Shaq.
Shaq what? Say it.
Shakyra, the Shaq attack.
That's what it was. I'm sorry. I appreciate y'all coming, man. I was gonna say something horrible again. I'm sorry.
Say it.
No, I'm not. I'm done.
Say it.
I'm done.
Petty?
No, I'm done.
Petty Betty over there?
Yeah. Well, you already know I'm petty. You just
you petty as hell.
You just want to admit that you are.
I'm not petty. I'm delightful. I am the sweetest thing ever. I am far from petty.
That's
calling bullshit.
That's right.
I'm not petty at all.
She's Petty LaBelle for real.
Stop. Let me live. Let me be great. Finger snaps up in here.
Wow. Always, thank you, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, no problem. I wish you guys would come again. TPOIA podcast.com for everything. We got SoundCloud, we got iTunes, Google Play. What do we got? Stitcher Radio. We have iHeartRadio also. YouTube also. Yeah. We got all that. And it's all there at TPOIA. IG. What is IG?
TPOIA_
podcast. Facebook is TPOIA. What the point of it all? Podcast. Twitter is same thing. TPOIA podcast. So we're all over there. But everything is all on the website TPOIA podcast.com. For myself, River, Mike 2, Freddie with 1D, Mercedes, Jazzo, and Shakyra.
That Shaq attack to you. Thank you very much.
I would never say
it.
Bet. For everybody, thank you for listening. Good night.
Pop quiz.
Bye, guys.
Wait, what?
Pop quiz. What's one more of them?
Damn it! We out.